So welcome to the signature Huntsman pool dining table. Pool dining tables are awesome, but not everybody knows about them and how amazing they are. We sell literally thousands a year, and amazingly, half the pool tables that we sell are pool dining tables. Why do we sell so many? Well, it's because you get a beautiful piece of furniture and you get a competition spec table. So you can use your dining space more effectively all the way through the year. Use it as an entertainment hub and get your friends and family around for a few great games of pool. So in this video, we're going to take you through the technology behind the table so you understand how everything works. We'll take you through the specific model itself, and run you through all the features that it has, and then we'll run you through what comes with the table, how does it get delivered, is there finance, all of that important stuff. So let's get going with the tech side first. So, an English slate bed pool table has been cleverly designed to be easy to service. So what does that mean? Well, it means it's got a top frame that you can lift up like this, so you can get in and you can get the slate out. But what this does is it compromises the actual playability of the table, which is the most important thing. How does it compromise it? Well, you've got a hinge along one side, and then when this comes down, you've got clips that go around the other three sides. So you get an inconsistent amount of tension between the top rail and the slate, and the cushions themselves are detachable again, so you can take the cushion off, you can recover it and then just bolt it in. It's bolted in using 3 bolts per cushion, which are tightened up with a hex key. The compromise with this is you end up with an inconsistent amount of tension across each cushion because they're not done up to a certain torque, so you can get a different bounce off of each cushion. So it's very hard to anticipate your shots and how much roll the cue ball is going to get, and affects your positional play. So how do we fix this? What we do is we use exactly the same approach as is used on the Rasson Apollo that you see here. This is made by Rasson. All the signature luxury pool dining tables are also engineered by Rasson. And this is acknowledged, this particular table, the Apollo, is acknowledged as being the best playing English pool table on the market, which is why it's used in all their competitions. So what makes it so different? 2 key features. It is the rails, where the cushion rubber is glued straight onto the piece of wood, which means you've got a perfect connection all the way around the table. There's no bolts to have different tensions. And then this whole rail is then bolted through the slate, so you get a rock solid connection between the rail and the slate. The result of this then is that you get a consistent bounce from all the balls, but most importantly the cue ball. So as you're playing, you can really work out what your positional play is going to be, where the cue ball is going to come to lie, which will make you more successful and make the game more fun. So let's take you through the signature Huntsman, the basics. So you've got a slate bed playing surface for English pool. So English pool is like the table that you find down in the pub. So it's 2-inch size balls, and the pockets, the cushion heights, everything is all to tournament spec. So it's the same basically as a Rasson Apollo, which you'd play on in the top competitions in the UK. That is the playing surface that you're going to get on this particular table. In terms of sizes, comes in 6 foot or 7 foot, so it depends what amount of space you've got in your home, your dining area, your kitchen diner, wherever you're going to be putting it. And in terms of finishes, there are 4 to choose from. The one that you've got here is, you've got walnut and you've got oak. So nice combination. Or you could go for all oak, or you could go for all walnut. So 3 combinations of that. The 4th one is silver mist. So that is solid oak, but it's got a grey stain applied to it. So if your decor kind of suits that type of look, then that's the one for you. So the thing that really separates the Huntsman from probably the rest of the range is the style of leg. There's no other table in the signature luxury pool table range that has got this U-shaped leg design, and it's a more, I don't know, traditional style of table. It's not for your contemporary type of property. So really, you'll be the judge of this and the type of space that you want to put it into, but we tend to find people's homes are more of a period property kind of style, because you've got this lovely pedestal kind of design and the legs are really quite striking. So we sell a huge amount of these tables, and generally the photographs of the installations, we tend to find them in period style, more traditional types of property. So in terms of sizes, it comes in 6 foot or 7 foot size. 7 foot tends to be more popular. That's because it's the competition size that's used. So where we're looking at the Rasson Apollo, for example, that's a 7 foot size table. And this playing surface is the same as you get on a Rasson Apollo. So it's got the same cushions, the same setup that I just explained. It's got low profile pocket liners, so it's very easy to be able to cue flat over the table. The playing experience on this table is phenomenal. Another key feature to really point out to you is around the ball return system that's in here. So you put the balls, they go through internal gullies inside of the table, and then they gather in the ball return drawer at the end. Now, we've cunningly designed this so that it tucks away, so when you're using it as a dining table, you really wouldn't know that it's a pool table because you can't see any ball return opening. But when you're playing pool and you've potted some balls, it's great to have the balls come to a ball return and then you can re-rack them. So you basically just pop it down there, pull the tray out, and then you can get to the balls easily and re-rack them, and off you go for another frame. So really nice, cool feature that makes the table look like a piece of furniture when it is a dining table and works like a pool table when it's a pool table. So let's focus on how it looks as a dining table. We've talked about as a pool table. How it looks as a dining table might be really important to you. Depends which you're going to do most. I think it looks absolutely stunning when it's set up and the table's fully laid. You've got two separate tops, and I'll show you these separately and how they work and how they go together. But you'll notice the line that's in the middle there. So they come with the table, they're free of charge, nothing you need to pay extra to get them. They're in two pieces, and this is just showing the underside. So they've got foam around the edges because it basically sits on top of the cushion rail, so it protects the cushion rail wood from the underside of the dining tops. And then you've got this box piece inside there which actually sits on the cloth and makes sure that the tops don't shift and they stay secure, and it supports the whole sort of table when you've got it heavily laden with your dinner. And you've got metal dowels that basically push into these three holes that make sure that it all connects properly together and doesn't shift around. And regarding seating, obviously you can use dining chairs you have already, or you could decide to purchase some others. We don't sell chairs to go with this table, so it's over to you really to either use your existing ones or buy some new ones. We do sell benches. So you can see we've got a bench here. We've gone for a walnut bench to match the walnut top on this one. The thing to note though with the Huntsman is because of the length of the bench and where the legs are, the bench is too long to be able to push all the way under the table. So just bear that in mind, that if your plan was to buy benches so you could push it under, you won't be able to do it with this model. But benches are still a good idea. If you've got quite a few people all coming around for a gathering, you can fit more people on a bench than you could do on chairs. Okay, so let's talk you through what comes with the table, what's included, what things might you like to buy to go with it. First thing then is just to confirm what comes with it. So you get the dining tops, they're included, they're free of charge. You could add benches, you'll need to pay for those. Okay, first choice, cloths then. So we do the full range of English pool cloths, so you've got quite a choice. In terms of no extra charge, you've got the full range of Hainsworth Smart Cloths, so you've got a choice of 24 different colours, which are brilliant. You can choose from those, or you could go for Strachan 6811, again available in a range of colours. Or you might want to upgrade to one of the pro level cloths. So first of all, you've got the Ultimate Pool, either teal or silver. Just worth noting though that does come with the Ultimate Pool logo on the cushion. So make sure that you don't mind having a logo on the cushion. They don't do it in a version without that. So make sure you want that logo on there. And you could go for Hainsworth Match, which comes in 3 colours. You could go for Superfine, comes in 3 colours. So you've got a real good choice of exactly the type of cloth you'd like to go with the table. Okay, next is balls. So there's quite a choice here. Basically, do you want to have reds and yellows? Do you want to have spots and stripes? And there's a few different varieties available. Check the website out. That'll show you what's free of charge and what you might have to pay a little bit extra to upgrade to. Right, onto the accessories. What do you get free with the table? Well, it's a fantastic pack that you get. It means you've got everything you need to get started. It's worth over £250. You get two 57-inch 2-piece ash whirlwind cues. You get two 48-inch versions of those. You'll get a brush, an oak triangle, 3 cubes of chalk, 2-piece cue racks. If you don't have the benches, allows you to put the cues up on the wall. And you get a cover, which is great, to stop the sunlight fading your cloth. Okay, so onto some extras you might like to pay for. So first thing is table tennis tops. These are great. They just sit on the top of the table, just like the dining tops do. But bear in mind that they're 9 foot by 5 foot in total size, so make sure your room has got enough size. So another thing you might like to consider is dining top storage, and this basically is 2 pieces of wood, perfectly set up to be able to just slot your dining tops into. They have foam on the interior side so it doesn't scratch the tops, and it allows you to put them vertically up against a wall where they're not going to slide away. So really clever idea. And finally, the other thing then is lighting. Don't forget about lighting. The last thing you want to do is find that your table isn't properly lit when you come to play. There's a lighting section on our website. Head on over to that. That will show you everything that you need. Okay, so next is delivery and installation. The good news is installation is free with all of our signature luxury pool tables, so nothing extra for you to have to pay, unless it's going to be going upstairs or downstairs, or you need something strange doing. So the best thing to do is when you're chatting through with our sales team, explain to them where you want the table to go, and they'll be able to advise you if there's an extra charge involved. But basically, we'll put the table together for you. It'll be professionally leveled and ready for you to play on. Okay, so the last thing then is finance. We offer 18 months interest-free, no deposit finance on all of the signature luxury tables. So the aim is to make them as affordable for you as possible without you getting charged any interest. Our website has a calculator on there. If you do want to pay a deposit, you can put that amount in and it'll do all the calculations for you. Application is done online if you want to do it at home, or if you come to the showroom, we can do it here for you. So hopefully we've covered off everything which you need to know. That's the idea of these videos. But if you want some more information, pricing, measurements, all that sort of thing, it's all on our website. So head on over there, take a look at that. If you've got any questions, you can give our sales team a call. They'll answer anything that you need to know. And of course, you can pop down to our showroom and come and have a game. That's it from me. Catch you next time.